In the first film, Hutch burns this obshak money from the Russian mob, as well as paintings and whatever they have in this grand vault. And so now he owes that debt, and he's paying it off by doing missions. Whatever he's told to do, he just does it. He kind of doesn't ask the question of, is it good or ethical or whatever. But we've established a character who secretly, not so secretly, enjoys beating the living shit out of other people. And so he's happy to do this job and have a reason for it, because he has to pay this debt back. We rejoin this story of the family. Hutch is doing these jobs, and like many dads, you know, he's not around much because he's working. But his wife is also working. She's a real estate agent, and she's gone all the time, and the kids are getting a little older, and they're busy, their lives are busy, and they're on their phones all the time, and he sees his family really dispersing, and he thinks, I need to reconnect, you know, this thing's going away. And so his wife agrees, and so he wants to take them to the place that he remembers as a kid. In his mind, it's this big vacation spot with so much fun to be had, and really a huge water park, and just, it turns out to be a rinky-dink vacation town. We all feel that rage, right? And you just can't act on it, you know? But in a movie is a chance to have fun and a smile. And hopefully there are a lot of smiles in this violent film as well, at the notion that what if you could? You know, what if life was more of a fantasy and you could act on things and let it flow. I was a comedy writer for 25 years. That was really just how I made my living. And then I started getting these dramatic roles in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and then a lot of film roles as well. And I thought maybe I could do an action movie because I was in pretty good shape. I mean, which is to say I wasn't damaged in any way. I only broken a few bones in my life, and I was willing to do the training, so I did train, and I learned screen fighting, and I trained for about 2 years while I was still shooting Better Call Saul, and we were writing this movie and selling it and reselling it, and I just kept up the training. I had a long way to go, and I got good enough to do the stunts in Nobody Won, and then I kept my training up, even though the movie ended. You know, we shot it and we cut it. No, I kept training. I kept the basics just as part of my workout routine. But then I also still carried on training with my friend Daniel Bernhard, who is in this movie as he was in Nobody Won, who's one of the great stunt actors of our time. So I kept up that training with Daniel. So in a way, I was able to do more in Nobody 2, because Nobody 2 represents, you know, 6 years of training, whereas Nobody Won was 2 years of training. Greg Rementer and Kirk and Kyle, this team of 87 North stunt people, the best in the world. A lot of times they're designing fights that are meant to be as impressive as possible, in a smooth and kind of visually appealing way. And with Hutch, the fights tend to be more clumsy and bludgeony, more kind of heavy. And so oftentimes they'll design a really beautiful fight, and then I'll say, but can we make it clumsier and shittier and take out the best moves, you know, because Hutch really can't do that, you know. Plus, a lot of stunt guys are much younger than me, and they're really good, and it's all they do. And they can do kicks that I can't do. They can do all kinds of things that I can't actually do. I couldn't wait to have more fight sequences, and we have quite a few in this. And I mean, I love all the fights. The elevator fight is a great one, with a lot of moves happening in a short amount of time, and Hutch, you know, having the element of surprise on these three, you know, assassin soldiers. Even the arcade fight was really fun, busting back into that place and cutting loose. Every fight has its own character to it, its own little story to it, and I just had a really wonderful time doing it. And the stunt guys are always the best in the world, and they're having fun doing it.